Sorry, guys. I had my mic muted the whole time. That was embarrassing. Well, all I was doing was reading the chat, and I said we did some stuff from last time. So in case you didn't read it fast enough, this guy Hardin Hurst was an executive at Solheim, and he basically was like, I'm gonna make it so that we can funnel as much money possible back to us and screw over the workers, which he was able to do that, I guess. And I guess now he's in Havenage, and Fang is trying to figure this out. This guy stabbing at Hardin once again with his finger strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands and thousands of cycles later, is still going, still here, crawling in the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution. Surely it can't be him. Fang relaxes a little. Who knows? He turns to you and smiles, so we are going to find out. Hardin is now a big shot in the shipyards just a few degrees back around the eye from here. Fang brings up a map to the lower eye. Havenage might be born out of Erlin's revolutionary zeal, but a flat hierarchy is not. Hardin happened to float to the top. Fang zooms in on the far yards. Fang grimaces. The thing is, I don't have access to those systems. The shipyard crew is pretty paranoid, and they don't like anyone from systems digging around in their stuff. Plus, we have more than just the name of a Solheim executive. We have proof. Fang holds up a thumbnail-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripper worm. He turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out a silken thread of filtered data. This one is set on the scent of Hardin Hurst. He hands it over. Getting into the compound might be tricky. Fang puts a hand on your shoulder, but you, however, have a particular knack for remote access. I mean, I do. Fang grins. If you can extract yourself a Havenage cipher from a Havenage agent, they sometimes carry them among their data caches. You can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm in through any open port. You never even need to go near the shipyards. So what do you say, up for it? What's in it for me? Not getting tracked and shot or whatever's gonna happen once that thing comes? Yes. I knew it. I knew you'd be happy to catch this snake, and don't worry. Once we nail this guy, I'll start work on that tracker of yours. I haven't forgotten. You need to hurry. I gotta get done today then, if it's gonna take some time. Anything the worm gets, it'll send it back here to me. There's something wrong here, and I aim to get to the round core of it. You leave Fang digging through data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the eye as it once was, a vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Hardin. That should be better. I turned my mic down for other games because I don't want to be bellowing in people's ear. Anyway, a vast Solheim-built machine into which thousands poured from the surrogate systems looking for a new life. The hope of a better future, engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you are intimately familiar with. Yet you think of Hardin still alive, still part of this place, and wonder if the past is ever truly past. Not really. I'm kind of a history nut. History kind of repeats itself. So what now? Oh, this guy's here. So I could get... Ooh, ship mine fragments. This is how I get it. But it costs a lot. That or I haggle over prices, but I don't have... What do I need for this? For... like, engaging people head on, that one? Yeah, engage. I guess I need to up it, I guess. Well, that's sad, but... let me go eat at Emphasis Stall. There you go. Well, I will buy a mine because otherwise I have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait for the next time it comes around, I guess. Unless it resets every day. Yeah, that's the core. To build it is the fabricator. Oh, I need to have all three at the same time. Okay. Well, I'm gonna need to make money. And also... hack a agent. Okay. Dang it. Stuff is getting dicey. I don't know if I'll die once whoever's tracking me finds me. But we'll see. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. What's a good way I can make money? I could either help build the ambergris, which I think she'll give me a good commission out of it. That, or... maybe the shipyard will give me something? But I have to open it, which means I have to spend at least all of these and get everything. Which is very unlikely. Because Drago cut me out. Because that's nice. Yeah, I can help her. Come on. There you go. Ankita is crouched in the computing core of the ambergris, swearing to herself when you enter. She doesn't look up. These shits completely ruined the core's connectors when they cut it. She holds up a thick fistful of ragged wires. The ship mine they ripped out won't be usable without replacing these. She throws the bundle of wires across the room. Amateurs. Can we repair it? There's nothing to repair. We need an entire ship mine. Not exactly the first thing you can expect to dredge up from a scrap freighter. She sighs. Fragments maybe, sections of mine, but a complete ship mine, no way. Ankita climbs out of the cooling well where the ship mine should be. The space suddenly crowded with her on the same level as you, towering over you as she stoops beneath the low curved ceiling. Come on, nothing to be done here now. She leads you back through the guts of the amber, though you could find the way back yourself. The repair process has left you familiar with the cutter's idiosyncratic layout, all diagonal angles and bundled tubes. What do we do now? Ankita seems lost in thought. You focus on the corridors, ducking below conduits and passing through bulkheads. Eventually you arrive in the gallery. Though it's hard to tell, most of the benches and prep surfaces are covered in half-stripped components and welded hole patches. Ankita shoves a box of filters to the floor and sits. There's no way around it. We need a new ship mind. Where from? Scrap, freighter, or exchange. Hell, find one in the overlook bathroom. Doesn't matter where. Just matters that we get one. She rubs her forehead. It seems I'm about to do something very stupid, but hey, I came here, didn't I? Why not make a run of it? She fixes you with a hard stare. Sleeper, you're all I've got. No crew, no friends, you're it. She looks uncomfortable. I appreciate the time you put on the Amber, and I'm sure she would too if she could. What I'm saying is, if you screw me on this, I will kill you. She leans over and hands you a stack of chits. A big stack of chits. You don't dare to count them. Get me that ship, mine sleeper. Don't make me regret this. You won't. Look, just get me out of here before I change my mind. You slip out of the gallery and head back towards the main lock. As you do, Amber growls and creaks like a caged animal. You reach a hand out to calm her. Time to find Ankita ship mine somehow. I mean, I can buy one more from this now. Thing is, though, I'm gonna need 2 different ship mines. One for Neovend and one for the Ambergris. So is that like a choice thing? I'll try it. We'll see how this goes. Oh, it's just a permanent thing. Okay, that's nice. To reach the Greenway, you need to pay for a pass. A practice invented by the spacers moored here. They call it Founder's Ferry. Okay, so you gotta pay to get to each area. The Free Spoke. A tangled network of service passages and makeshift tunnels cut through the spoke as if it were a hive. There are no maps here, or blistered with precarious elevators and stairways. The spoke can be navigated from the outside, but the climb requires bravery. Ha! So I need to do 6 to get spoke climber. The spoke is layer after layer after layer of dense urban fabric. The only way to explore it is vertically. And then there's the district. Block maintenance. Maintained by their residents, the ramshackle blocks are always in need of repairs. Helping out is a good way to make friends, or play tavla. The clack of filter caps can be heard in every concourse in the low end, as residents play rotating rounds of this game for cryo. No one knows you here. You'll need to change that if you want access to low-end's residents and facilities. Well, I do want that. Come on. I got some money. What about 50-50? I got this. Okay. Well, this might not be good, but here we go. Don't kill me. We have one more day. Crap. Well, I 100% gotta do this. Where is it? Yes, I gotta do this. Give me the data, please. Yes, okay, I think I got it. Okay. Where are you at, Fang? Fang? Uh-oh. Crap. Unless he's here. I don't know what the heck this was. It popped up. Hack the shipyard and slock the ripperworm. Where's the shipyard? Here? Yeah, and I can only buy 2. Here. Crappy pappy, I might be doomed. I have to 100% all of these. I have to get positive for everything. Okay. Yes! Okay, okay. We might have this. Okay, from the walkway, the sidereal horizon looks impossibly vast, a landscape of plating and frames. All along her flanks, torches flicker, drones maneuver, arc lights glint. The sense of scale of industry is both stunning and strangely unsettling. From the walkway, oh, whoops. I read the one above. She's quite beautiful, I think. You turn to see a figure a little way down the walkway, leaning at the railing. He is thin, ragged, his work gear poorly fitting and loose. The torches of the sidereal horizon flicker in his eyes as he turns to you. Lem, he leans back from the railing, revealing a child standing beside him, staring out at the ship. And this is Mina, he adds with a smile. Hi, Mina. She stares and tucks herself behind Lem, who dutifully picks her up. She's a little slow to trust, aren't you, Mina? She buries her face in the folds of his overalls. Mina looks out from Lem's chest, a dark brown eye twinkling among the rough material. You working on her, then? Lem asks eagerly, gesturing to the vast ship, or just admiring. He shifts Mina's weight on his arm. Admiring. Understandable. He nods, gazing back out at the sidereal horizon. You like her too, don't you, Mina? He jostles her a little. She's Mina's, and my ticket out of this place, our escape vector, so to speak. The ship? You haven't heard? Anyone who takes a Havenage contract on the sidereal horizon will be entered into a draw for the transit support crew. He smiles. We won't get to sleep the journey, though, but a couple of decades of service will be nothing for me and Mina if it means landfall on a new world. He winks. Decades? It's a long trip. He strains up, stretching his back. That's a colony ship, friend. The Celius Foundation is sending thousands of people to settle a system well outside the reach of the core worlds. It'll be a totally independent colony. No surrogacy, no corporations. Celius? They are Havenage's clients, yeah, some wealthy project from the core systems. Interested in independence and self-sufficiency and all that. They hired the whole shipyard out, helped rekit it, and everything. He strokes Mina's hair. Someone else's dream, I suppose, but doesn't mean people like me and Mina can't tag along. Mina responds by pushing her hand away. Daddy, she whispers, food. Pulling an exasperated, grumpy face, she glances furtively at you as she plays with a set of dog tags that hang from Lem's neck. I'm just chatting a little, Meanie. Give Dad a second. He turns back to you and you suddenly notice how tired he looks. I'm not on the Havenage crew yet, but I'll work my way in. You can do it too, friend. We have to stick together. He smiles a little shakily at And you wonder how long he's been working to break into the official shipyard crew. I'm working on it. He looks out at the sidereal horizon as if trying to pull energy from those flickering torches from the vast hole. We've got to hold out, okay? You aren't quite sure if he is talking to you. That's how it works. While he stares out, Mina catches your eye curiously. You agree, Mina? She strains up and meets your eye. Daddy loves me, she says stubbornly, daring you to question her. Lem smiles and lifts Mina. That's it. We hold on. He smiles sheepishly at you. We are just a couple of softies, isn't that right, Mina? He sits her down, standing by his side, and she clings to his leg. Gotta go feed this one. He pats her back. Maybe see you on a shift, huh? He turns and they walk down the hallway away from the shipyard. You see them talking, and then a moment later Mina turns around and stops. See you, robot! Her shout echoes down the walkway, and she flashes you a parting smile before running to catch up with Lem. You watch them a little bit before you turn back to the impossible scale of the sidereal horizon. Now check it out. Unit assembly. Shipbuilding spots on the sidereal horizon are hard to come by. Poor work will see you dropped from the roster. Second, either the systems team is looking for new members, prove yourself to be reliable tech and you are in, or be a welding. Okay. Me, technically, I would be more of a tech person, but we'll see. And then we got this. I do have a yet again thing. A Slate in office advertises that Havenage are looking for informants on gang activity in the eye. They'll pay. That's a little, but it's okay. And then, sophisticated tech is rare on the eye, so the shipyard is happy to pay for ship mine fragments they can dismantle and reuse. No! That is a terrible idea. Ooh, a Havenage cipher? Isn't that one of them? Yes. Gate H4 access. What does that do for me? Gate H4 access. Okay. Unless that was for the thing I paid to get past, that would have been kind of dumb, but hack the shipyard and slock the Ripper Worm. Did I not do that? Oh, there you go. The Ripper Worm. Servers slotted. No! I'm gonna get found! No! Okay. If I die, well... my bad. Poop. I can go sell some scrap. There you go. Okay, we'll see how this goes. I might be dead, so we'll see how this goes. I'll wait till I get to 2, I think. Oh no, a bounty hunter. Frick. Hold it there, sleeper, comes a voice from behind. Don't you run. He's a bounty hunter. Frick. If I run, makes me look like a sleeper. If I stay still, it makes me look like a sleeper, so I'm screwed either way. Frick. I'll stay still. Good, good. A hand pats your coat down. You know your master's voice. No, don't you dare say that. Screw you. He's wearing a white smirk, a slick jacket, and you immediately know he is terrible news. You got all the way out here and stayed put. He laughs a cruel laugh. That's a sleeper thing. That a sleeper thing? You're my first. You barely hear him. You notice the handgun he has leveled at your chest. Yeah, if I ran, I would have got shot. And it's hard to take your eyes off it. He reaches down with his other hand and slips some kind of ring out from a belt loop without taking his eyes off you. Making it to the eye, though, that's pretty good. This place isn't so bad. Bars, markets, people. I pull most of my contracts out of asteroid caves or off of godforsaken moons. He splits the ring into 2 perfect circles. It's hard to hit civilization when there's so much space to pass through. Who are you? Just a freelancer on a contract. He reaches over to slide the rings around your wrist. Go easy. If I just don't... if I don't do anything, he's going to arrest me right now, and I don't know if anybody's going to help me. But if I run for it, yeah, I might get away, but I also probably get shot. Crap. Make a break for it. You see a chance the moment his eyes leave you to watch the rings. You spin, knocking him away and spraying down the corridor. Then the shots ring out, yep, echoing the metal so loud it hurts your ears. A bullet hole smokes in the wall beside your head. Holy crap. You freeze and Ethan closes the gap. This is a very boring routine. Trust me, I've seen it all before. He slips the rings over your trembling wrist. Ethan nudges you to slowly start walking to the ship and home. He whistles, going easy. You stumble down the corridor, your hands behind you, your mind racing. We can work this out. Can we? I don't see much in the way of assets in your possession. Ethan yawns and continues to nudge you down the corridor. Shame to come all the way out here just to head back to SNARP right away. That tracker of yours makes this too quick. Was hoping you put a bit more of a chase, you know, a running battle through the bright market maybe, or a holdout on the low end. There's a few establishments I would have enjoyed checking out while I asked around. You walk out on in silence for a little longer, desperately trying to think of a way to escape. That SNARP tracker will be the death of you. Hey, I have an idea. How about on the way back to the ship we stop for a drink? I'm buying. He laughs at his own joke. I have a better idea. This better not be one of those where you do a dramatic pause and then try to jump me, because I'm pretty tired of that. Although, I've got myself thinking, what's the rush here? Here we are in one of the most lawless joints in the surrogate systems, and we are heading for the exit. He pauses, and you trudge on in silence. Okay, here's the idea. You and me make a little agreement. Here are the terms. He turns you to face him. You run or leave or try to abandon the eye, I shoot you. You plot or scheme, you try to kill me, I shoot you. But, he smiles, you come meet me at an establishment of my choice every few cycles, and you pay me my tab, I don't shoot you. He pauses. You don't pay my tab, he rails his handgun. You get the idea. You're letting me go? Not at all. Let's call it open custody. You are free to mooch around the eye as long as you keep paying up. He stretches. You know, I really thought I was going to have to kill you, but this is so much better. He clicks something at his belt and the rings release from your wrist. I'm gonna see if I can find my own old stool at the compressor club. Come see me there. He aims the handgun at you, squinting down the sight. Let me just remind you, the body of yours is one big tracker, so don't even think about leaving the eye. I'll know. Ethan turns and strides off down the corridor, slipping his handgun away. The mix of relief, the terror you feel is overwhelming. What are you going to do? I mean, I'm getting the tracker pulled off, hopefully. So if I just work on the ship down here, whatever it was called, the Sidereal Horizon. If I work on this and I get a spot and I turn my tracker off, I should be good. Hopefully. Crap though. That's not good. Not good at all. How much do I gotta pay? Maybe if you manage to pay his tab, he'll leave you alone. Wishful thinking perhaps, but what else can you do? Poop. What's this? Whoops. I have 1 cycle, 4 cycles. You see him at a distance shouting from the bar for more drinks. This bill isn't gonna be small, is it? Okay, so he's gonna be like that. I see how it is. Okay. Crap. Well, what can I do? I don't know. And I need to buy a ship mine. But the problem is, if I buy a ship mine, which is probably going to be a lot, I don't have enough for him and he kills me. I'm honestly lost. I don't know what to do now. I guess I keep exploring. Crap. That's fine. Well, at least I'm not dead. I'm gonna use this. Whoops. Okay, now it's gonna be gone for 2, 4, 6, 8 cycles. Um. Crap. Okay. Alrighty. I think my tracker is gone now. Hopefully. Yes. As you arrive, Fang comes striding towards you, taking you by surprise. Let's go, Sleeper. He put a hand on your shoulder and turns you back the way you came. I'll follow him. He steps into the passage, guiding you down ring towards the shipyard. Sorry for the hurry, but we have something of an opportunity. That data you ripped? Well done, by the way. He grins. Tell me Hardin is making a rare inspection of the sidereal horizon this cycle. It's a perfect chance to confront him outside of that compound he hides in. Fang takes a sharp turn onto a dimly lit side passage. The sidereal horizon? Well, I know it's that. You know what I meant. He slips in a dark tunnel. It's him, Sleeper, the same Hardin hearse. Our worm ripped out decades of records that mention him by name. An entire trail of documentation from the first days of Solheim collapsed until now. He rode out the whole thing, slipped into Havenage when it first broke off from the Union. He paces in the tunnel, a hand rubbing at the back of his head. I need you to understand something about Solheim, Sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't as instant as it sounds. It wasn't like Solheim was here running the station one day, and the next Erland's Union took power. Back then, Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep the contractors here working. The pay got smaller, the costs higher. People like my parents were forced to work non-stop just to keep a berth on the station and water in their tanks. Solheim squeezed every last worker until the accidents were coming in non-stop. And as new waves of contractors came in, desperate to work, Solheim welcomed them, taking bribes instead of checking pilot license. The whole time, Solheim was folding up, dragging into court cases in the central systems, while this severed limb of the station still desperately tried to take all it could. The riots came after the collision at Dock 2. A young pilot, his MEV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated his trajectory and took out a section of the ring. Hundreds died, thousands panicked. My parents told me people were terrified and the blame fell squarely on Solheim. People like to tell stories about Erland, about how he brought the factions together, spoke to the crowds, turfed out Solheim. Maybe that's true, but my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself in their MEV and welded it to the dock while my father joined the improvised crews trying to seal up the ragged edges of the gap. He never came back. Fang pauses in the dark. They sealed it up, though, and by the time they did, Solheim was gone, abandoning Every one of us us to the black, apart. Fang finally turns back to you now, his eyes burning. From shits like Hardin, shits who held their place, rode it out, and slipped into the new structure like nothing had changed, standing shoulder to shoulder with those they had exploited at every step. Fang starts walking again. That's why I can't just let him strut about the shipyard. His past catches up with him. We should think about this. Feel free, but I'm going now. Fang rejoins the main passageway, which now wide and glass-roofed. Through the ceiling you can see the ships in mid-construction, their flanks lit by the flashes of plasma torches. The entrance to the shipyard is ahead. This is crazy. Fang turns to look at you. Don't come then, I won't force you. You stand across from each other in the corridor. What is it then, Sleeper? You coming or not? You're gonna help me with the tracker, so I'm gonna help you with this. Fang grins. Let's go show this shithead some consequences. He strides to the shipyard entrance and pushes through the doors. A web of corridors lead through the complex. Snatches of the construction bays are always appearing through windows. Ships are suspended like whale corpses, skeletal, imposing. Fang seems to know exactly where he is going. And before long you cross into a huge dry dock locked to one side of the sidereal horizon. A network of platforms and scaffolding cling to the ship's hull, filled with workers and equipment. The sound is stretched out by the vast space so that, the welding, cutting, and sealing seems to come from everywhere at once. Both you and Fang spot them at the same time. A group walking slowly across a gantry, and at the front 2 men, one gesturing towards the ship, and the other stick-thin, cleanly dressed, and a shock of gray hair. Hardin. You and Fang say his name in unison, and Fang sets off up the staircase to the gantry with you following behind. As you came to the same level as the group is passing closer, the 4 men gesturing to the work being done throughout the dock, and Hardin nodding along. Hardin Hurst! Fang shouts across the noise, taking you by surprise. His voice bounces and comes back in a rippling echo. The figures turn. Yes? Hardin asks quizzically, raising an eyebrow. He glances between you and Fang, and you see his gaze linger on your body, unsure of why a sleeper might be in this place. You are a traitor, Hardin. The Solheim executive who tried to hide here among its victims. Fang's voice is steady and strong. You stand for everything that I was rebuilt in the shadow of, against everything Erland stood for, everything Havenage stands for. You have no place on this station. For a moment, stillness descends on the group, as if everyone was held in place by the rattle of construction. Hardin laughs. Well, good to meet you too. He glances around at those around him. Some are smiling, others nervous. You are from the systems branch, are you not? Asks Hardin, inspecting Fang's clothing. Fang turns to the 4-man. You need to call your security. This man is a corporate agent. The 4-man glances between Fang and Hardin, his hands drumming at his sides. Hardin leans towards him and says something inaudible. The 4-man nods. It's true. As you begin speaking, Hardin turns his attention to you. And what would a sleeper know about that? You accuse me of being a corporate agent. What are you, if not exactly that? He looks around at the group, who are already eyeing you with suspicion. You are a product of Essen Arp. You have no place in a Havenage shipyard. Who knows what signals you are sending back to your makers? A murmur of approval runs through the group. Fang holds up a stick of memory. You guessed right, I am systems, and I have records that link you directly to Solheim right here. He turns to the 4-man again. So once again, I am asking you to take this man into custody of the shipyard. The 4-man remains still. Hardin's voice is calm. He has this guy under his finger. If you have such data, why hasn't it been submitted to a members' meeting for proper review? He shakes his head. I have nothing to hide. Unlike a man who does not announce his name, who enters my shipyard with corporate property in tow, and tries to turn my own men against me. You hear it now, the echoing sound of boots on walkways coming from all angles and then settling behind you. Please, says Arden, submit the data through the correct channels, then we can talk. For now, however, you must leave. He gestures behind you to the security detail, their hands on boxy black sidearms at their sides. Feng spits. Harden, you shithead, you can't wriggle out of this one. A security officer draws their weapon and levels it. Feng, if I go for the weapon, I'm gonna get shot. And this is not gonna help anything. Calm down. You look at Feng. He shakes his head and puts a hand on your shoulder. Let's go, says Feng. And he pushes through security, heading back down the walkway. Once security has walked you out of the shipyard and nudged you back into the corridor, Feng picks up pace. You try to keep up as he slips into the shadows of an entrance. Feng is grinning ear to ear. You know, Sleeper, sometimes people are exactly how you expect them to be. Something pings in his pocket and he takes it out. On the slate, a web of connections starts drawing itself out, stretching to a set of points around the ring. Got him. So what, it was like a tracing thing? That, Sleeper, is something our worm added to Harden's personal slate. We are tracking his outgoing messages. Feng's grin looks ghostly in the uplight of his screen. The old ways are best. Spook them good enough and they'll give the game away. He jabs at the slate and you see the web is being drawn over a map of the ring. Lines bouncing from point to point. All these dots, these are Harden's buddies. The ones he is messaging right now, and we are going to find them all. That was on purpose? Of course, Harden isn't working alone. We need the full set or nothing. Feng glances around and slips the slate back into his pocket. We better split up for now, Sleeper, but this is exactly what we need. Good hunting. With a pat on your shoulder, Feng drifts away, back into the flow of people around the shipyard entrance. You watch him go, unsure whether to be angry or impressed. Let's go. I know what I'm going to do for this. I'm going to get engaged to be neutral so I can do stuff, actually. Give me a second. Sure. There you go. So I don't need to pay to eat this time. So I should have enough money for what's his name. Hopefully. So what now? Ooh. So I'm just kind of exploring now, I guess. What? Import and export. Sell a ship mine for 150. Buy a core for 300. Sell that for 80. So it's like I can get everything, like all of the quest items, but I can just sell them and be a douche and not give it to the people that need it. That's scummy, but maybe in our playthrough I would do that. So now I'm waiting for Fang, so I can do anything, and I'm probably gonna start exploring this place. What's it called? The Free Spoke. Did I get it all? No, I did not. I'm gonna do it with 3. Okay. I'll take that. Okay. We're getting close to an hour, so I think I'll pause here, but we'll definitely pick up right where I left off. We'll take this ascender car up, see what that's about. Have to wait for Fang, but we also are gonna have to deal with Ethan before that, so I don't know how that's gonna work. And I'm gonna have to find a way to get money fast, because otherwise I'm dead. I think that's one thing I can quickly do before I end the video. Where is it? The Ort exchange. I can play the exchange and get some money. Okay, I got a little bit of money. What can I do with this too? I think I'm just gonna... I'm gonna play the exchange again. I did it, okay. Well, we'll leave this episode here and we'll pick up next time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And let me know if there's anything I should do next time or something like that, or what you like about this game so far. Thank you.